Mikey, how are you?
I'm great. Ready for this session. Ready to see what is going up with these frog people and try to communicate with them.
Awesome. Timbo Slice.
What's up, guys? Super pumped also to see what happens with these frog people and potentially get those death-eating maggots out of my friend Bliss Kai.
Awesome. Dill Dog. Can't hear him because he's.
George let everyone know that he wasn't, trying to kill the frog people, but it didn't happen. It's all good.
Ash.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Hopefully, just like what Tim said, that we get the maggots out of Bliss and figure out what these frog people are all about.
And Nick T.
Super pumped up for this session to see where everything goes. But I'm also super pumped up for me and Kashta hung out after last session and put together some extra emotes for y'all. But they are through an extra application. I'm going to post the link in the chat right now. It's called bettertwitchtv.com. If you have the app or the Chrome app or anything like that, the add-on, you should be able to see those extra emotes there. So awesome. If you go there and download it,
Good work.
There's some fun ones there.
Other Nick, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, and thank you D&D streamers for tuning
all right,
in.
So apologize for technical
interwebs.
difficulties. You're probably going to see us all shifted down. That will be resolved once Nick jumps back on. But first,
I'm
shout outs.
I'm right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't see him. Anyways, I don't see him. But let's do some shout outs real quick before we give him some chance for him to load on my screen. I want to shout out to number one, on Twitter, Hope for TTRPGs. They did a live stream a couple days ago featuring us, one of our homebrews. We did for one of our giveaways, Twitter events, featuring the Umber Hulk domain cleric, a Displacer Beast domain cleric, and a Phylactery or Lich domain cleric. The last two, one's currently running. If you're following us on Twitter, look for us. We're currently running a Twitter event where choose one of the four following video game franchises. Pick your favorite, and we're going to make a bundle for it, a homebrew bundle. It's going to include a player race, subclass, magic item, and a spell. And the four options are StarCraft, one of my personal favorites, Halo, another one of my personal favorites, Gears of War, Doom. Right now we have 20 votes in since a day or two ago, 40% towards Doom. And the most recent one, which is still running, I'll say, if you have any latecomers, and this one is in reference to another mashup. This is going to be a mashup between your favorite monster and your favorite weapon. We're going to make a magic item themed around your monster. The shout-outs, besides Hope for TTRPGs, are going to be the participants in this last. It's going to be Wilkie at Wilkie_DS. Loves Modrons. I do too. And they like to play spellcaster, so we're going to try to work around that weapon thing and make them a spellcasting focus featuring Modrons. Next one, Mobile Suit Miles replied, Nilbog and a Warhammer. You can see a giant, evil Goblin Crusher Warhammer, which is going to be awesome. And then, Pixie, Nilbog Warhammer. Okay. Fairy Dragon Falchion. And there was one more. I thought there was one more.
Falchions are cool.
And I think that was it. Now, so, what did I want to bring attention to? I want to bring attention to something else. It was a great resource for you all. Escape my memory for right now. But, Nick Palmer, let's do a test for you. Video check, audio check. Can anybody see or hear him?
Yeah, he's here.
I've been
I
here.
don't see him.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh.
Neat. I'm gonna...
Yeah. I don't see you on Roll20 though.
I'm not on Roll20, so let me get on there. Sorry, guys. I had one hell of a day today, so I'm really am a little bit behind. So
That's
Yeah.
all right. I think we're good now.
Happens.
Ash,
Yeah.
switch on your camera. Are we good? We're good. We got everybody. Awesome. Perfect. So, anybody have anything before we get started? I think we've postponed this long enough. We killed enough time to get everybody rolling. Is everybody
I
good?
only have one question, and that is, where is my son? I must find him.
We might have some closure on that tonight. Who knows?
Hey.
Anyways, with
Whoa.
Luck
who
might
knows? We'll see how you
Tonight.
guys progress through this stuff. All right, cool.
Oh no.
Do I have permission from my players to start?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
so horny for D&D.
Dude,
Yeah.
me too. It was horrible getting home.
Wrong screen,
Someone's
Tim.
dropped off.
Wrong
Dylan dropped
screen.
off. All right. Dylan's dropped off. Before we get started, one more time. Dylan is leaving the fire academy. We're going to be as patient as we can with him because he is currently driving back. He is a firefighter in training, so he's been getting out of the fire academy late. So he's going to be jumping on and off. Oh, he's back home. So don't
I mean,
disregard everything. Disregard everything.
a firefighter gets a pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it
Well,
really
you know what
does.
they say. You know what us policemen say. When we graduate the academy, we get a badge and gun. When they graduate theirs, they get a pillow. Anyways, let's let's get started. So, anywho, last we saw our group of strangers. They were just in the midst of this epic confrontation between a group of zombie-like creatures and an apparent family of bullywugs. These bullywugs, two adult bullywugs, what you can assume is a mother-father, based on if you know anything about frogs, bullywugs. But what you can tell is two parents and three small children huddling around a campfire, apparently with their backs against the swamp, being closed in on by these zombies. You were able to distract the zombies with one of Jorig's incredible little inventions. A mechanical frog skips across one of the paths, drawing the attention of the zombies and the bullywugs, and you were able to engage in the conflict. Once engaged, Zula was able to cast an incredible entanglement spell and hold these zombies taut to the ground as the rest of the party moves in. It became apparent as you've been fighting these zombies that with every strike came a spray of thick, black, rotting ichor. Sprayed your bodies and arms, and within this ichor were these writhing maggots with two clawed teeth. They were attempting to claw their ways into your body. Most of you, with the exception of one bullywug and Bliss, were able to get these maggots off of their body before they violently, disgustingly burrow deep within the subcutaneous layers of your flesh. After the zombies were felled, bodies fell again, yet again lifeless for the second time. It could be assumed the second time. You catch your breath. So do these bullywugs. Children, their eyes, they dart back and forth. They look up for a sense of security from their parents, from these newcomers. And as one of the bullywugs looks up and takes a breath, they begin to convulse and fall to the ground, spewing the same black ichor from their mouth. You can see the skin, the translucent skin, frog skin, just begin to crawl and move as you can see these maggots, the size of fingers, crawling their way towards the bullywug's heart. It's seizing at your feet. The bullywug children, what you can only describe as strange cries for help and mercy. Bliss can't help but hold his hand to his chest, feel the gentle, writhing feeling of something crawling under his skin. That's where we left off last.
Okay. So I've been thinking about this. Through my background, being a witch doctor of all sorts of, shady back-end dealings, would I have knowledge of what this creature is?
Make a history check.
Okay. And then obviously, I would want to know if I knew how to treat it. History. Coming at you. 17.
Ooh.
Good.
In your lifelong quest to understand the natural, the supernatural, and unnatural, you've come across numerous different spell components and natural phenomenon, small creatures that contribute to these fantastic magical effects. Your brews, your potions, and your cauldron. You know these creatures as rot grubs. They're very deadly. They're actually deceivingly deadly. And if not stopped or brushed off prior to burrowing under the skin, they crawl deeper and deeper into the body until they wrap themselves around the victim's heart. Ultimately, at the victim's weakest moment, claim the victim's life.
At their
And
weakest
the
moment.
only way to remove these creatures is when they're first burrowing into the body is to pry them out with a hot poker or a hot sharp device. Once they're inside the body, they require intense healing magic.
Oh man.
Is everyone all right?
Question. Would these rot grubs be considered undead?
Would I know?
Based on that roll, yeah, they're not undead.
They're not undead. Okay.
Okay.
They're
I would
natural occurring creatures.
Okay. I would explain exactly to the party what I know about these creatures, and that we would need, and probably, I think it's probably too late for both characters. I mean, we could try hot pokers if you're up for it, Bliss, but
Well, I actually want to walk over. I'm gonna walk. Well, at this point, how is the frog? Is he basically like they've gotten to
The
his heart
frog
at
is
this
currently
point?
seizing and convulsing at your feet, rolling amongst the fallen leaves, brush, and moss, and the bullywug children are screaming out.
I can make something hot, guys.
I want to use one of my spell slots. So wants to use it. First level for healing word on the bullywog, and then my second spell slot on healing word with bliss.
Oh
Okay, hold on.
shit! I'm sorry.
Oh.
So here,
no.
let me put out on the chat what Zula's gonna do. So hold on one second. Let me get that out for you guys so that you guys can read it. But basically oh, why is this not loading? It's a creature of your choice that you can see within range, regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So I'm hoping I can kind of
All right.
help them.
So you're casting
Healing word
that on the bullywug and on
bliss to help.
Okay, we'll start with the bullywug. Roll the healing for the bullywug.
Okay, so putting it out.
As you lay your hands.
Well,
just
yeah, it's not.
Oh, that's
good?
it.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. As you hold your hands over the bullywug and you begin to speak these divine words of healing magic, and you can see just the soft tones of your voice wisp through the air and wrap themselves around the bullywug. You can see the grubs underneath the translucent skin begin to quiver and retreat back away from the heart as bullywug takes a deep breath and begins to breathe on its own. A bit struggled and begins to sweat. It's not in good shape, but you appear to have averted death for the moment.
Okay. While someone's trying to make another plan, I'm gonna put my hands now on Bliss, and see if my healing word helps him.
While that's happening, I'm running over to Jorg and being like, quick, heat my blades. We'll cut them out.
Why is it not?
Pulling out my glasses and quick producing flame out of my hand and just holding it over or underneath Hope's sword.
Okay, you can see the sword's blade, the edge of the blades begin to glow orange, and then yellow and rich gold, and then finally a bright, radiant white. Healing word begins to skip across the ground and into Bliss's body. And Bliss, you can feel those gentle, that crawling sensation in your chest begin to just subside. You can definitely feel the lumps across your chest and your shoulders and your neck as they appear to be in some sort of stasis for the time being. What's next? And
Yeah.
Bliss,
And then
recover 4 health, please.
Just did it.
I'm
okay.
gonna look towards anybody and be like, I've never done this procedure before. I'm happy to try, but if anybody knows how to get these things out, here's my blade.
I
I
would.
am running towards Hope's blade because my hands are precision.
I'm just like,
I am
Dude, are you-
taking
Get these out of me.
Hope's blade, not on myself first, going to the bullywog, but at the same time, holding my hand out, being like, step away. This might get messy. And as surgical as I possibly can be, I
I
am.
would like to help. Having the knowledge of exactly how to extract them and probably being proficient in, healing because witch doctor.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say that. Okay.
this is
Okay.
a dagger, by the way. This isn't
This-
the
yeah,
last words
so-
are echo.
All right. Cool.
Even better.
So, I'm gonna say, make a medicine check. Mike, make the medicine check.
At advantage?
You assisting just eliminated the disadvantage. That's all.
Are you proficient? Are you proficient in medicine? Because I am, and I think Kashta
That might
should
be a
rip
little
the
bit better.
blade out of your hand and be like, "Don't
Well,
you fool!"
Hey,
And you also have maggots in you.
I thought the
I was gonna say, let him
stealthy
learn.
fingers that I have were gonna do something. We're gonna find out.
I'm
Yeah.
black and blue, I do.
The other bullywugs, its large bulbous eyes, looking back and forth, not understanding what's going on, but drawing
Not
its own
bad.
conclusions that a hot dagger is being held over its partner. Medicine check. You go in. I need who has the
Bliss.
knife right?
Bliss.
Bliss. I need you to make either a strength, or I'm sorry, an athletics or acrobatics check to escape the grapple of the other bullywug who is crying out, trying to pull you away from the other bullywug as you're holding this scorching hot knife over its partner.
I
The
was,
13.
All right. Push back with your other hand. The bullywug falls backwards on its butt, and it's sitting there quivering as the other children go towards the other bullywug as you're getting ready to plunge this knife into its chest. You lower the knife down, and you begin to press the pommel into the dagger, and the blade begins to sink slowly into the flesh of the bullywug. You can see the bullywug begin to almost choke from the pain, but being unable to, being so exhausted from the fight back in any way or shape or form. And you can see just like thick blood begin to spray out as you begin to move the dagger around. And you can see that these worms underneath, these rock grubs, are just trying their best to crawl out of the way from the hot dagger.
Oh my god.
You're able to puncture one of the grubs, and you can see the grub quiver and start to claw its way inside. And you can see a big pocket form a blister on the chest of the bullywug. You pull the dagger out, and you can see all the other maggots still moving around, clearly still alive, with one as the exception, forming a grotesque blister on the chest of this bullywug.
So how many are left? How many rock grubs are left?
Like 4 or 5 in there.
Okay.
Well, that's
And I need
Go ahead-
you to
go ahead,
and
Zero.
I need you to roll 2d4, Mike. One's going to be 1d4 piercing, and the other one's going to be 1d4 fire damage.
And I was gonna say, while that's going on, I want to go over to the other bullywog who is freaking out with the kids. And even though I know that they probably can't understand me, I just go over and say, he's trying to save him.
Boy.
And try to like console the bullywug.
Okay. This time, the bullywugs, the bullywug that's on the ground that just had this horrific procedure done to it, its eyes just begin to start to roll back, and it seems to be in the same condition it was prior to Zula's healing word. It's just barely hanging on to life. The other bullywug stands up, starting pulling everybody aside, moving everybody away. It's coddling the other bullywug and pointing towards the path, pointing north, or I'm sorry, pointing southwest, pointing southwest up a trail.
Okay, so I would pretty much understand this immediately, that they obviously have some sort of doctoring. He's either telling us to go or to bring this bullywug somewhere else. I think I'm gonna give him the berry that Zula gave me that restores health points and feeds you for a day to the almost destabilized bullywug.
Okay.
I was gonna say I have 2 more too, so I was gonna give 1. So while I see you doing that, Kasha, I'll go over to you and hand you 1 more to give to him.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give him all of them.
Josh, you lean down and you put your hand underneath the back of the head of this bullywug, and you lower these good berries into its gullet, and you can see just like that blister start to become stiff. It begins taut, and you can see that it just begins to flatten. But that's about it. Its breathing starts to stabilize, and the other bullywug has the children around it, and it starts just pulling at you, just to, come on, in a what you can guess is like it trying to lead you to another location.
We going. I'm gonna carry the bullywug.
Okay, I'm going to remove one of the bullywugs from the screen, right? And the other bullywug is going to lead the way, so you guys can follow along with your.
I don't
I
see
see a
any
black
thing on
screen.
my.
You have to
If you scroll over. I was gonna say, did we want to use the party
we go.
icon for this?
Sure, we can use the party icon. Or you guys, yeah, we'll do the party icon.
Don't let
So
Nick have
everybody,
control of it.
Yep, everybody remove.
Yeah, no.
Well,
yeah.
Everybody remove your tokens, please.
Why don't we leave the tokens there? That way we could just if we're still on this map, we could just drag and move them rather than do the old dark vision thing.
Sounds good.
Gotcha.
All right. Bullywug is running with the children close behind. Just leaping like these incredible bounds, 10 foot, 15 foot, incredible bounds leaping.
I think this is the right one, yeah.
While we're running, I would like to be thinking back through my many experiences and potential past run-ins with rock grubs, about the easiest, basically way to remove them that's the least damaging to a creature.
All of a
Maybe
sudden, there's
piece of
something.
wire
The
instead of a
bullywug
dagger.
stops in its tracks. Looking back and forth, you can hear snapping coming from one of the trees off to the side. And out of the brush, comes shambling
Mother trucker.
3 zombies.
Wonderful.
I'm removing the party token now. So just
Okay, go ahead. Everybody move
yeah,
your.
Brant, you guys should see the where the party token is. Just move your stuff up there.
Okay, so I totally am carrying a bullywug, so there's not really much I can do.
You can drop them, you can hold them, whatever you want. All right, once you guys are placed. All right, I need everybody to roll some initiative.
Heck yeah.
You're a savage.
Ooh.
All right, starting at the top of the order. Hope.
Hold on, I didn't get to my sheet yet.
I'm crushing it with initiative.
Oh, I did even better.
Hope got a 9.
9. Jorig.
16.
15.
16.
16. Kashta.
5. Being encumbered by the weight of the bullywug. Will not
Zula.
be making any fast movements.
Oh, a 2 because I'm a sloth.
Okay, Oren.
I got a 12.
Oren.
I got a 12.
He got a 12.
Nick.
12.
Can you hear him?
I can hear him. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, I'll add him in there. Okay. Liz.
12.
12. I'm going to auto roll my stuff.
And I was gonna say,
I'm going to refresh. I'm going to refresh my Discord real quick so I can
Okay.
get Nick in here.
Am I feeling anything else about these maggots that have not yet been expelled from my body?
I think they were I think you said they were temporarily diseased. Like they're like
They're like chilling. They're stopped. They're not really doing anything right now.
dormant.
Dormant
Got
is the
it.
appropriate word.
Medical
Okay.
term.
can we check the audio with Nick?
Yeah. Hello.
Good for me.
I hear Nick.
Can't hear him.
Dave,
I can hear him.
you can? No,
Hello?
Zula,
Let
you
me-
can't?
Let,
Can you
I
hear
cannot.
that?
No. let me
Okay, then
reset.
you reset. Dave, I had a question. Would this combat be about within the hour that I casted Armor of Agathis from the previous combat?
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
All right. And for some reason the initiative tracker is not working. Of course,
Which is on a roll
Oh, it
today.
just came up for.
Yeah, it's up there.
it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I had to refresh it. All right. Is everybody good? Everybody in there?
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay. You see these 3 shambling zombies start to just crawl. They just they crawl. They're falling over themselves over out of the bushes. They stand up. They turn around. They're holding up. They're just these withered hands where you can see like the fingernails are long from the flesh just receding from their hands. Out of nowhere, this enormous zombie, absolutely ripped, just leaps over your heads and lands completely on the other side. And it's currently devouring a humanoid's arm. And it just raises its hand and hisses. It is going to
My
point.
God.
It's going to leap forwards in between all 4 of you right there. It's going to make a bite attack against Oren. You do this real quick. I'm gonna move this over. Stand by. Stand by. Well, 21 hit.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it hits.
Okay. You take 3 damage as its bite, its jaws just plunge deep into your chest, dealing 3 piercing damage. It looks up and just blood is just spurting across its mouth. You're just like thinking this after the pain. Your second thought is how disgusting that these rotting teeth are just driving themselves into your flesh. Next up in the initiative order is going to be the bullywug. The bullywug is going to look back and forth, and it's going to leap forwards, and it's going to hold out its spear. It's going to attack one of the zombies. It's going to deal 17, 4 damage. Okay, as it plunges its spear into the entrails, these just like barely hanging entrails of the zombie, as it's trying to grasp and pull the spear in closer. Next up is going to be Yorig.
Reaching into my chest pocket, just barely shoving the glasses on my face. Hope, This is way too close for comfort. And I produce flame right next to the zombie, right next to me.
Okay.
13 hit.
Like 13 hit. 13 will hit.
Nice.
Yes.
5.
5 points of damage.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. You can see just like the ground begin to catch fire, and just like this tattered clothing, this dried out clothing begins to catch, and it runs up the ghoul's body, and you can see its rotting flesh begin to blister and pull apart from the rest of its body. It looks forward with these deep amber eyes looking right at you. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Bliss.
Well, now that they know that they can be injured, I'm gonna follow that attack. And as he's being distracted with his fire that's engorging his body, I'm going to be coming across right on this side and striking with my rapier.
Okay, awesome. You get advantage on this attack.
Hell yeah.
Like that.
There we go.
13
Oh, I
will
did.
hit.
Ooh. That was a 23.
23 will
Anyway.
definitely hit. I'll just
Here we
click on
go.
rapier in the chat. 9 points of damage.
And
And the sneak, right?
And the sneak attack, yep.
there we go.
What?
Let's go.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. So this creature, as you lunge forward with your rapier, the unexpected blow, it turns around and you just catch one of the remaining ligaments just holding its form together, and you can see just huge chunks of flesh just slough off and fall onto the ground. You can hear these giant dull thuds as the flesh just hits the forest floor. It turns around. You can see like its ribs and its spinal column off of its left side, and it turns around. Look towards you now. Okay. Next up in the initiative order, Bliss, if that's your turn, it's gonna be Oren.
End turn.
Okay, so number one, I keep forgetting that clicking on the name makes it happen in the messenger. So I apologize for that.
It's okay.
Okay, so
Hey, at least it's there so you can read it.
exactly, we are level 1s, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Oren is horrified and disgusted and looks down at this like fucking giant mark on his shoulder and goes ah, and he takes out he literally his hand goes like ice white, and a giant knife forms in his hand, and he stabs this guy right in the face.
Do it.
Okay. Make your range. Wait a minute. This is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
If it's ranged, would it be a disadvantage?
Oh, I thought it was
Bruh.
an ice knife.
It is not a nice knife. It is.
It's like you're like throwing like an icicle, and then what happens is it splits and like it could hit people behind it.
But you do have
Pretty cool
advantage. You have advantage because of flanking, so it's just a straight hit, so it's not going to be a disadvantage. So they cancel out. So go ahead, make your ranged spell attack.
Ooh.
But you add your spell attack bonus.
Yeah,
Should
click
be in your
your
spell
ice
sheet.
knife.
It's
Just click
6.
ice
It
knife
would be
on.
6. Yeah, no, it would be 6, but okay.
13.
13.
Yeah.
13 hits. All right. So now what is that on a ranged spell attack? Takes 1d10 piercing damage on a hit or a miss. The shard explodes. A target creature. Okay, target, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on dexterity saving throw. Okay, so it's going to take 1d10. So roll 1d10 damage, please. 2. So it's going to take 2 damage.
Yeah, figures.
And now the ice shard, as you pierce it into its head, it embeds itself in its lower jaw, and you can see it begin to lose stability and just explodes in its face. I need Bliss, Yorig, Hope, and Zula to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh lordy.
Would Oren also have to make?
One, because he's right
Yeah,
there.
and Oren. I would say and Oren too.
Yeah.
Everybody but Kosh.
Making deck saves my entire life.
I'm scared. Oh no.
Dexterity saving throw.
Hope twin. Twin
All right,
hope.
Zula. Oh, and Oren. 11. All right, everybody except Bliss take 2d6 cold damage, and I'm going to roll the 2d6 cold
Oh
damage.
no!
Wow.
Dude, that's just
Shut
what
up.
happens when you
12
aren't
damage.
Oh, well,
harnessed your
Zula's
magical
down.
ability yet.
Zula's
Level 1,
down at
baby.
this point.
I am down.
Yeah, I am down.
So that's 5.
You best be horrified, Oren.
I have 3 left. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
0.
I'm down.
Luckily, this ghoul's head just explodes in just this mist of ice and just ink and
Luckily.
black matter, and it's
So-
dead.
It's dead. The big bad is dead.
Oh, at least.
The big
At-
bad
at
is
very
dead.
least.
This is
You are-
Yorig at the moment.
You are a gracious and wonderful god.
All right. Next up in the order is going to be Loreno.
We just got suicide.
Yeah,
on.
this changes things. I think I have 1 berry.
Damn.
I'd hope would feed it to try to. He leaned down towards Jorg, pull it out of his pocket and shove it in his throat, in his mouth, and just say, "Breathe, damn it, breathe!" Would that be an action or a bonus action?
I'll make it a bonus action.
Okay, so I force feed you one of the good berries. Oh man. I look towards Kashta.
Jorg is stabilized his eyes. He regains consciousness with 1 singular hit point.
I look towards Kashta. Yeah, I'm. Fuck.
I got something
The-
that might help us.
Okay,
also.
I was gonna. I'm gonna look towards you quickly and like look away as if do we flee. And I'm just looking for a gesture. Like I'm like look up towards you. I'm looking away, and I'm going. You shaking your head no. All right, then
Shaking my head
I'm
no.
gonna run up to this guy, and see what I can do with an attack. Cause I don't think I have any more good berries. I only took 1. All right, so I'm gonna come up with an attack on this guy. A 12.
12
Oh,
does hit.
okay. I accidentally rolled for Hexblade, so it's just gonna be -2 on the attack.
Okay,
So
okay.
it'd be 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Solid.
11 points of damage. Okay, let me put that in there.
And that will end my turn.
This already decomposing zombie, as you begin to hack away, you catch one of the blades catches the spinal column, and with 1 extra thrust, it just falls into 2 pieces on the ground. Okay. Next up in the initiative order, Ashta.
This is not looking so good, friends. Just out of curiosity, because I have minimal experience playing a spellcaster, I have a question about the cantrip and code thoughts. It says you pull a memory, idea, or message from your mind and entangle it with energy. Is it possible, this is what I'm trying to do with this, to pull the energy or thoughts to get help, bro, into an energy beam and press it into the conscious bullywug who has been leading the party.
What's the range on it?
I believe a space within 5 feet of you as tiny. I'll just post it. It says transform it into a tangible string of glowing energy called a thought strand, which persists for the duration. Or until you cast the spell again, the thought strand appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you as a tiny, weightless, semi-solid object that can be held and carried like a ribbon. It is otherwise stationary. When you cast it, you use it to read or manipulate the thoughts of others, such as detect thoughts or modify memory. You transform the thoughts into memories or memories you read rather than your own into a thought strand. So,
give it a shot. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to use that as a bonus action. And as I'm.
Nope.
It has to be an action. Action. Okay.
At this point, is Elvis around? Could you put it in Elvis?
I would want to put it in the bullywug because he seems a little higher intelligent.
Tick-tock.
Okay, so then as a bonus action, can I shove the zombie in front of him into the other zombie?
Absolutely
behind him. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's an action.
Okay, then I would just move to place myself kind of in front of them and press the encode thoughts ribbon into the bullywug.
See if this works. You raise
take
your
a
hand to your
defensive stance.
You raise your hand to your forehead and you begin to pull this wisp, the silvery wisp of thought out of the air, and you entangle it. And you blow it towards the bullywug. It just hits its face. It looks back and forth. That is your turn. Next up are going to be the zombies. Zombie's going to make an attack against Kashta. It's a 12 hit.
12 just hits.
Hits you with 8 damage as it slashes with one of its claws.
Damn, wow.
The other zombie walks forward.
What did it hit me for? 8? I'm knocked.
Oh,
8 is my hit points.
Okay. Zombie number 2 comes in. And it's gonna make its attack
TPK.
against the bullywug.
Getting bit tonight.
21 is a hit.
Oh my god.
Gonna deal 4 damage.
They got
as
hacked.
it claws against the bullywug, and it's holding its chest, but rears up its spear. It's ready to continue fighting as it looks around. Zula, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Yep. On it.
I don't think we would have made it if we ran anyway. There's too much to do. Too many people to bring.
Sorry,
I
it's
know.
just
I mean, I thought about that. That was on Hope's mind, just to get Jorg out of there.
I would have been down to dip if we were still alive. I like it. It's edgy. I got a million characters in my back pocket.
That is a pass. The top of the order is going to be the creature that's down. Next is going to be the bullywug. The bullywug, looking around, holds its hands up.
God.
You can see the brush and the surrounding ponds of water begin to bubble up as 2 enormous giant frogs hop out of the brush. In addition to two bullywug cavaliers, leading them with hempen rope leashes. They're each going to make an opportunity attack against the zombies.
I'll
9
click on
is
bullywugs.
a hit. Believe it or not, that's a hit. The next zombie is going to be a 17. They're going to deal 6 points, and another 6 points of damage.
Nice.
I fuck with bullywugs heavy. Heavy.
These giant frogs, they scoop down and they swallow the zombies whole, ending the combat.
I quickly rush over to. I'd imagine that it's Zula immediately ripping through her bags for any extra. For any extra berries. How many did you have, Zula, in there?
I have one left.
You have one left?
I have one left in my bag.
Oh, I'm shoving it in your mouth. Dave, I don't know what you want to do with actions and death saves during this moment, because I'm going to be running around to everyone's pockets and rummaging for stuff. I don't know how you want to do this.
No, I mean, go ahead. What do you go do next?
All right, yeah, I, again, shove it, just panicking, looking around. I'm just like, damn it. Go to Oren, again, just, like, literally just, holy smokes, just then running over to Bliss, and if, Bliss, do you have one on you?
No, I ate mine, so I'm doing the same thing you are. I'm helping, searching, because I knew Zula had
you're
a
not
berry.
down. That's right.
I'm not down. I knew Zula had a berry somewhere, so I'm with you.
Okay.
Because, we gotta get Kashta back up, we gotta get Oren back up.
Okay.
I'm with you.
I'd say, go, Costa. As I'm standing over Oren. Oren, I think you have one, right?
I'm done. I'm what? A good berry?
Yeah, good berry. You didn't eat yours, did you?
I don't think so. If we all got one, I haven't eaten mine yet.
All right, yeah, I'm ripping through your bag for this singular berry and shoving it in your mouth and chewing it, like just jamming your jaws back and forth and making sure that you swallow
You're
it.
not gonna mama bird, baby bird it?
No, because I don't want to risk it like getting ingested into me.
Oh, I swallowed it. Oh, it's so good.
Tasha, did you eat yours?
I gave mine to the bullywug that
Yeah.
you stabbed with
you did.
with the knife.
We gave, yeah.
I
At
don't
this
remember
time,
getting
at
it.
this
All you
time,
have is that weird vial that we don't know what it is, right?
I don't have that. Nick has that.
at this time, the first bullywug that was with you, just points, and these large frogs start to move over, and the Cavaliers, they begin to load Kashta onto the back of the large frog. Is there anybody else that's down that I'm missing?
The berry would stabilize. Right?
I would-
Correct?
It gets you up and conscious
Or would it-
because it's one
I was
hit
gonna say
point.
I
I'd
would
be
probably be still holding the other bullywug, and then also just out of curiosity about the children.
Children were cowering to the side.
Okay, cool. They should also
So-
rad.
The Cavaliers, they load up Kashta, the other bullywug on the one, they have the children on the other, and they're getting ready to go, and they're gesturing to you. They look back. For those that you are conscious, as the frogs begin to hop away with the children and Kashta
Yeah,
and the other bullywug.
Would I be on the frog with Kasha as well as like a +1 on an ambulance ride?
Yeah, you're just holding on to the frog saddle.
Jorik, I lift you the F up and like doll throw you like over my shoulders and just like begin to just run. If people are gonna follow, they're gonna follow.
Well, I want to stretch
okay?
up and just be like, what is going on? Because I was knocked out, so I have no idea what's going on.
Those of you that are just stabilized, you're holding on, you're just barely conscious. The frogs are leaping. That's when we cut to the next scene.
Would this be a good time for a break or no?
We have like
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Gotcha. 'Cause
that was
You
why
want
do I-
you guys want to do an early break? We can do an early break. I can use some more tea.
I need to like honestly like I gotta just
Up to you
process
guys.
this a little bit.
Okay, let's do a quick, 10 minute break, and then we'll
Dude.
do like a second 10-minute one like
Okay.
later on. All right, is that cool?
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this so far. Hang tight. Give us
Wild ride.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes just to refill our tea, process the traumatic events of what just happened, and we'll see you at 9/11.
Dude.
We are back.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're live again. We're good. Is everybody still here after that? Characters, players, viewers, everybody? Did anybody check out? No? Okay.
My ego
We might
checked
have a
out.
little bit, but
Woo! Avoided that. TPK. Alright, anyways, so. Quick refresh. Sudden zombie ambush in the woods, being led by a bullywug and her children to some unknown location. Several of the players are felled by Oren's sudden outburst of magical energy, but were able to be revived through the use of some quick thinking and fast action from Loreno and Bliss. And we're going to cut to Kashta, who is still unconscious. Kashta,
So,
you wake. You wake. And around you are your associates, your call them friends by now, maybe. Your associates sitting around. They have makeshift blankets over their shoulders, trying to relieve the chills of the early evening that is beginning to set in as the sun begins to set. You see Oren in the background. He's felling a small tree. He's feeding a fire. And as your eyes begin to gain focus, and you are sore out of your mind, you appear to be in some sort of, how would you describe, more of what you would expect to see like a nomadic, maybe even a refugee camp, where you see huddling families of bullywugs and rats and squirrels and other vermin and small game on spits cooking over fires. Enormous spiked barriers, it pointing outwards towards a deeper pond, and an enormous, a large monument of a bullywug face, carved stone face, with a makeshift altar. And beside you, you're just underneath this altar, is another bullywug who appears to be older, more distinguished, wise. He has a plethora of ornate garb over his head, and he's looking towards you, and he has some sprig of something. It's burning, and he's holding it over your face as you regain consciousness. And beside him, you can see what appears to be a makeshift cauldron, bubbling and fuming as he's doing something with this sprig to regain your, to allow you to regain your consciousness as you sit up. What do you do, Kashta?
I would speak to the Bullywug Witch Doctor in every language that I know to see if he could comprehend. Only Bullywug.
Perfect.
So in front of you, you see this. You can see these feathers and moss and lichens just ordained on this makeshift this headdress, and his eyes are droopy and bronzed. You can see his the pigmentation of his throat from his bellow is just has faded with his age. You can see his hands are shaking and quivering, as frail as this older frog is. He's trying to speak, and you're trying to speak back, and and he holds his frog-like finger out. He reaches into his satchel. He pulls out one ingredient. He looks at it. He puts it back. He pulls something else out, puts it in the cauldron. He takes something else, puts it in the cauldron. He reaches up. He pulls a strand of your hair, drops it in the cauldron, right? And he takes a sip, shakes his head, and he has you take a sip. Do you take a sip?
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
take a sip of this thick, bubbling, noxious fluid. Next thing that you know, the next thing that you utter out of your mouth, your throat becomes raspy. And you understand what you're saying, but your throat begins to, you feel it swell and expand as you talk. Your ears, as you listen to yourself talk, you can, through the sound, the bellowing sound, hear your own voice. And now the other bullywug begins to speak and says, "Fellow witch doctor."
I didn't catch the end of that. I caught fellow witch doctor, and your mic
Yep,
cut out.
that's what he said.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
I've never.
Welcome to our camp.
Okay. Shit. Well, thank you very much for saving us and reviving me. I owe you my life.
That you do. I am Chief Ababu. Oh.
Babu, I am called Kashta.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for saving my granddaughter and her children.
Man. What can you tell me about what is happening in this area? Where are we exactly?
We are deep in the depths of the Husk Valley. In our last native nesting grounds. Our god has abandoned us as this evil curse has taken over our land.
What is the name of your god?
The Behemoth.
Hemeth?
Behemoth.
Hemeth. What? Do you know where this curse stems from? Is there some sort of blight or center spot?
We don't know. Our god has protected us in this valley for generations. We capture offerings, guard lost hunters and lumberers who venture too deep into the valley. But these undead, a monstrosity, have been taking our captured offerings and consuming what rightfully belongs to Emeth.
That's savage. I love it. How long will the spell of speech last? And what exactly were the components? Can you teach it to me so we can further communicate, or I can communicate with others of your kind?
It will take time. However, I will give you a potion of frog speak. He hands you a makeshift bottle that looks like it was found somewhere. The bottle was used for something else. He found it, and it's filled with the same concoction. He hands it to you, and when consumed, you're able to speak read, write, understand Bullywug and Grung for 4 hours.
Dude, awesome.
With this gift, we request service.
Service other than saving your granddaughter's life. What service do you require of Kashta?
Those undead have taken those offerings that belong to Behemoth deep into the Husk Valley. We require them returned. Otherwise, Behemoth will become unhappy.
Seems like we are already at that point, my friend. I am also wondering, what if among these offerings are my friends that I'm searching for? Particularly the woodsman's son.
This is no concern of ours. If he is part of the offering, he shall remain an offering of Behemoth.
I would not give any intent on disobeying that, or I wouldn't give away my actions in my face. I would just note it.
What we do if you give us the blood of a devil, we will allow you to keep your offering.
The blood of a devil. Do you know where any of those are located in the Husk Valley?
Look over your shoulder. You travel with one.
Oh, the tiefling. I would assume. I look over my shoulder to see who he's indicating. I already assume that he's talking about Hope. Or Loreno.
That is who he is pointing at. That is who he is pointing at.
How much blood do you require?
A pint or so. Devil blood is very valuable in incantations and spell casting.
I like your style.
Bring him over.
Right now?
Yes. Bring him before Chief Ababu.
So I'm assuming everyone is just hearing us going.
That's exactly what they hear you saying.
That's
Yep,
hilarious. Okay. Can I can differentiate, or I can only speak Grung?
No, you can go back and forth.
Tiefling, I think you are required in some sort of negotiation over here. I could use your help.
Aye. I'll be over in just a moment. And definitely as I walk over, just looking over at the group, making sure that everyone's, safe, relaxed, but kind of seeing Oren chopping wood, keeping an eye on them. What do you need?
This witch doctor. Oh, well. Alright, I would address the witch doctor and ask him if he could also share.
Can I understand him?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Nope. I'm asking the witch doctor if he will share the potion he just made of frog speech. That's not the one he gave to me.
This brew is very valuable. Use your gift or translate.
I see. I will translate. So, then I would address Hope, who I only know as Loreno, I believe, right?
No, you only know me as Hope.
Oh, I only know you as Hope.
Nobody knows me as Loreno.
Okay. This witch doctor has tasked us with the challenge of recovering the sacrifices from the undead of this area. And I am pretty certain that the sacrifices they make are from wandering warriors and lumberers and travelers. They sacrifice to their god. And I think maybe some of the ones we seek are among these sacrifices. And they said the only way to unmark them as sacrifices is to give them a pint of devil's blood. Who would like a pint of your blood? And I'm wondering if that is not too much to ask as a bargaining chip.
First, we only have a maybe that bastard's son is in this offering group.
No doubt, but we also have transportation and a potential escort of armed bullywugs. I think there is much we can do with a small offering. A pint of your blood will at least help us get some of our tasks done, if not form a bond with these creatures in an area we do not know well.
Well, how much do you know about Tieflings?
I must confess, I am from the Underdark, and I have not seen many tieflings in my time.
Well, I'm interested to see what he needs with the blood, because as much as many like to see us as devils, we only are related by an infernal bond. I'm no devil, but I could give him a pint of blood. It's not up to me whether he gets mad if it works or not.
Aye, well, he has said, those are his terms, for your blood. He is convinced you are a devil, so whether it works or not, I do not care.
I gotta ask Koshta, I never really been bled. A pint. I'll survive, right?
Oh, a pint is nothing. You might feel a little woozy, and then you can have a little snack and lie down.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
Have we rested? Have we short rested?
Okay.
Or
So this was actually a long rest.
okay, just
so
what
if
I
you guys want to take the time.
didn't really
you guys
want to
wanna
bleed
take
my
the time-
blood
No, I got you.
at
My
3
body
hit
If you
on
points.
guys want to take,
One
so I'll set the scene for you. As you guys are updating your sheets, I'm going to set the scene for you.
Yeah.
Okay? So go ahead on your own time. You go and upgrade. Oh, actually, we'll do this like this. I'm going to go from left to right on my screen. This will be fun. It'll be engaging for the viewers, too, just to see where you guys are at. Hey, Oren. Nick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
What is your hit point maximum?
I believe my hit point maximum is 11.
11. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to roll 1d6 and then add your constitution modifier to that. But here's the deal, guys. This is how we're going to do this. So, because your hit die is a 6 for sorcerer, I'm going to allow you to roll first. So you can roll, you can potentially get a 6 and add 6 more maximum hit points. But if you roll below, if you roll below a 3, right? If you roll below a 3, I'll let you take 3 instead. Or I'll let you take 4 instead. How's that sound? So why don't you go up on the screen and roll a d6 for everybody to see?
Hey.
Plus your con, right? Is that what you
so-
said?
Yep, but he
Yes.
rolled a 2, so he's going to take 4 instead. We're not going to
So
roll
2
low.
plus your con.
So-
Or it's 4 plus your con.
It'd be 3, so it's 7.
Yep, so
Damn.
add 7. Yep, add 7 to your hit point maximum. But you also
Oh, wow.
you have the tough. Don't you have the tough feat?
I believe I do.
Ooh,
So
that's
I
a
think
great
you get
feat.
an extra. I think it's an extra 2 hit points per level.
Yeah, I
Nice.
can look that up real quick.
Up is a great
So you get-
feat.
Yep. So you get an extra 2 hit points. So you have 9. Add 9 hit points to your hit point maximum, and recover all of your spell slots. You are good to go. Zula, your hit die. You're a druid. Your hit die is an 8. Why don't you go ahead and roll an 8?
Yeah.
If you roll anything lower than a 4, you'll get 5.
So just to clarify, my hit point maximum. Okay, sorry.
Damn.
Nice.
Don't forget
Good,
to add
I
your
also
con.
add. So
Yeah,
that's
Zula.
10 extra.
And extra. Yep. Add it to your hit point maximum.
Get
Also,
it.
those of you on those of you on your character sheets, if you have any sort of class features or any sort of ability, anything that comes up at level 2, fair game now. And for you spellcasters, you're gonna have to check and see. I think you get an extra. Now you get second
Most
level spell
likely-
slot.
No. It should be
You get
another.
you get
It should be another
first
first level spell slot,
Cool.
and
So
they
you have
should be able to
uh,
slot more spells.
Yeah. So check individually amongst yourselves once we go around. Yorig, you're an artificer. It's also a D8. Why don't you go ahead and roll an 8?
Yeah.
Eight.
Nice.
All right. So that's a 5. Perfect. A 5. So 5 plus your con
Awesome.
mod.
About
So
8.
we are leveling up.
We are leveling up to level 2. Perfect. Hope, go ahead. You're a
Aye.
warlock. That's a D8.
That is a D8, and I'll take that 5.
You're gonna take that 5. All right,
Plus
awesome.
1, so that's 6. 16. Why did it do that? Alright, I got this. I think it's 15. Let me double check.
Cool. Finally, I mean, you guys are you're getting a little hardier. Now I can throw some bigger monsters at you. This is gonna be nice. Like
Stop it.
giant frogs and giant,
We literally almost
enormous
died.
frogs, undead frogs, vampiric undead frogs, giant
Ooh.
frogs, perhaps flying frogs. All right, awesome. Bliss. I think rogue is a D8.
This
Go
is
ahead
a
and roll that
D8. Here comes the roll.
My boy.
A
Nice.
7.
That's 15
perfect.
total now for me.
Awesome. And Kashta Naganga, go ahead and roll your D6. Thank God none of you guys picked that homebrew commoner with the D4 hit die. You guys would have been
Yeah.
screwed. All right, go ahead and
Alright.
take that. Go ahead and take that 4 there, Kashta.
So I get 6 total, plus my con, right?
Cool. All right. Yep. So let me set the scene. As you guys are going through, make sure you check your class features, check your phone and D&D and Beyond, whatever. Make sure how many spell slots. I'm not going to be tracking that stuff. This is the honor system. You know, we're all adults here. I don't think I need to track your spell slots. This isn't the BPD or anything. So, anyways, this is what that's what you guys see. You're sitting around this makeshift camp. It appears that these bullywugs are nomads. They're relatively frail. Now that you're looking at them in mostly the sunlight, you can tell that they're struggling. There's been something has happened that has caused this bullywug tribe to become malnourished, to become nomadic, and whether it's from the influx of these undead or something going on with their god or whatever, but it appears that they have, from what you can tell, this seems to be the last bastion, their last home, this protected home that's heavily fortified against this deep pond. And you can see a pile of trinkets and treasure, mostly just like old rusted swords and, you know, little piles of, you know, rusted coins and tattered leather straps and all different bits and bobs that adventurers and fishermen and travelers and lumber, whatever, they've taken from them, their victims. And they're all sitting behind this offering stone. On the offering stone, you can't help but notice that there's this ornate golden carved, like it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's completely out of place, resting on this altar. It's in the shape of the bullywug. It almost looks like, it's not of the witch doctor, but it's very similar to the witch doctor. It's a golden bullywug with these gem encrusted eyes, these red gem encrusted eyes, holding a staff, and it's sitting on a square stone, a little tiny stand, like a little pedestal on top of the altar, sitting right there. Costa, you're sitting across from this bullywug witch doctor with Hope, and everybody's doing their own thing. Um, Zula, what are you doing?
At this point, I'm just meditating, getting all my spells back in line, and just sitting there at the moment while I'm petting Elvis.
What about you, Bliss? How are you feeling?
Uneasy. Everything's feeling great physically, but I know there's something burrowing in me, and it's still there. And after getting that ride back and that long rest, I'm gonna say I'm beside Zula and Elvis, not asking for help, but searching for it, but not asking.
Okay. What about you, Yorick? What are you doing?
Is Hope still over there, like giving blood away, or
He's
is there anything going on with that?
They're currently in the process.
Yeah, I'm. What do I perceive with? So I'm assuming we're at somewhat of a distance. Am I perceiving anything or hearing their
It's pretty
conversations?
tight knit. Yeah, it's pretty tight knit. You can overhear. I mean, for what you can tell, whatever's not being spoken in Bullywug, you can definitely understand.
That's all my main focus is what's going on over there.
Sure. If you want to walk on over, you can walk on over too.
No, I'm way too tired. I'm gonna hang out and just hear from a distance.
We all just
What about
have
you,
long
Oren?
rest.
So, Oren by now has regained some of his strength, and with what pride he has left, he chops wood, and he has a pile that is now overflowing because he is lost. I mean, he is so, he's afraid of what's in him. So he's chopping furiously, and he's so deep in his thoughts, thinking about how this untamed thing inside of him has almost killed those closest to him. What if that had been Eric? What if that had been a villager? And he's thinking about this, and suddenly his axe goes like ice cold, and frost starts to form in his axe, so he drops it really quickly. And now Oren is just sitting on a log, desperate, helpless, alone, staring at his hand, just wondering what the fuck this is. It almost killed everybody. And he rubs a small wooden amulet, and you can see his lips making a prayer.
At this time, everybody's doing their own thing. The several of the other bullywugs from the community, they have the other bullywug that has the blister with the other things, and he's just barely breathing. And they bring him over to the witch doctor, and the witch doctor moves his cauldron over, and he places his hands on the chest of this bullywug, and let me see. All right, what is? Yeah, I'll say okay. You guys are in an earshot. He begins to place his hands, and he starts moving them, and you can see that the grubs begin to shrivel in the body, start to squirm, and they almost begin to push themselves out. These gelatinous pustules that form on its chest as the bullywug arches its back, and the rock grubs, they fall to the ground and they curl up and they die. They wither and die. And the bullywug, with witch doctor, he grabs a cotton rag from his belt loop, and he dips it in the water, and he holds it over the other bullywug's eyes and forehead, and he instructs the other bullywugs to carry him off, and you can see a grin start to creep up his face. Zula, if you see this, you recognize this spell. You recognize this spell as a cure disease spell.
Awesome.
So now, Hope, is sitting there. I'm sorry. Yep, you just recognize it says a cure disease spell.
Okay.
Hope, you're sitting there and you're talking to this witch doctor, or you're sitting alongside the witch doctor with your witch doctor Kashta.
Aye. So, let's get this done with. A pint for son.
Well, we'll not give him the blood yet. We shall see what he says. And then I would tell him that we would be interested in trading the blood for the prisoners, if they're the prisoners that we're looking for. If not, I don't really care about them.
Only one.
On this, only one. Okay, only one. Okay, so what if I give you?
Must be receive an offering, or we will die.
That is interesting. What if I give you the blood now? Will you give us travel and armed escorts to assist? You know, since it is your god and your fate that hangs in the cusp.
Why would I help you once I have everything I need?
Why? This blight affects you. It could possibly affect all of your offerings in the future.
This blood will help.
Well, then I would just not give it to you now. There's no need. What I need from you is travel and escorts, and you need this blood. If this blood solves all your problems, it is far more valuable than just one prisoner.
It appears we're at an impasse. You're welcome until nightfall.
Alright, so what do you say?
I would relay the message, and I would assume that negotiations are still open. But if we give him the blood now, there's no, like, he's just like, alright, screw off. And the only reason to give it to him would be to trade the life of one prisoner. Just one.
It's my blood. I'm not trading it for nothing but a son.
That is very fair of you. He will not take anything but one offering anyway, so there's no reason to cut you open now.
Perhaps I can change the devil's mind.
And he reaches into his pouch, right, and he empties out his cauldron, right, and he runs it through this pond water, and he puts it back up, and he starts a fire under it, and it starts to bubble this pond water, and he starts to add little bits and bobs, other components into it, and this thick plume of smoke just starts to fall out of it. And he tells Kashta, he says, "Help
the devil to take a breath deep in his nose and throat."
There are two things that this witch doctor... Well, there is the witch doctor would like you to inhale his scents, and maybe it's a gift of communication. He wants to try to change your mind. I was also curious. Do you still have that vial we captured from the Yavis brothers? Maybe he has some insight into what that is.
Maybe. So he wants me
Won't
to
be with you, he
inhale
wants
that.
you to take... Yes.
You've done this before, or something
I
like
don't-
it.
Maybe not along the exact lines, but he gave me a very tasty potion, and now I can speak with him.
You trust this?
He needs us, and we have needed him. I do not think that this would come to any harm, and I will be here the whole time. And if it is a trick, and he does capture you, my scimitar will be in his throat faster than you can blink your eye.
And in that moment, I do like one of those Hercules, like Spartan
Yes.
shakes to Kashta. I'm just like, aye, alright, fair enough.
Deep
I
in your
walk,
lungs. and throat.
I walk over to the bullywug shaman or witch doctor and just nod and get, kind of close to the cauldron and just.
All right. Everyone, please entertain our guests.
Oh, yes. All right, they're going into whispers, so...
Oh,
Can you hear me, Nick?
yes, I can.
Okay. You take in this breath, and wait. Question for you.
Yes.
So stream this or then.
The what?
So when we're streaming right now.
The audience can hear us. They just can't see us.
Gotcha. So, what you see within the plume as your eyes roll back in your head, an angelic figure like raise its head out and press its hands together, look down to you. You feel this welcoming warmth as this soothing feminine voice begins to speak towards you and says, "Hope, Ekamon,
So,
it's been some time."
see, it's been like at least 4 days more since I thought you'd left.
I would never leave you. Just know, I do have my own matters. Not more important than you, but they are still important, so you must be patient. Now, I want to grant you with some of the power of your family bloodline, the pure side, the inward side, not the outward. Take these powers of shifting your appearance. What was the second invocation?
I think it was Misty Visions.
And Misty Visions. Take these powers and use them in my name. Now, we have an opportunity here where your blood, although you appear the way you do, this is a curse of no fault of your own. This is a curse, a deep family curse. Something that needs to be addressed with servitude and loyalty, commitment to your family's cause, to my cause. Now, this creature, this foul creature, holding these innocents at ransom. It's what it is. It's really a ransom. He requires your blood. Do not give him your blood. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you
Anything.
to act virtuously. And I want you to free. those innocents that have been held against their will, and wipe out this plague of undeath that's unnatural. Clear it from these lands. All right. Give room for something new, something more graceful to take its place, and also, I have word that another god, Hemoth, is taking claim to this valley. The valley, the grounds on which you walk. Those grounds are hallowed grounds that have been tainted by this god. By all means, I need you to gain the favor of this witch doctor thing, this frog man, and find this god and slay this god with your swords.
Without
Deal the final blow on this god with your swords.
Well, they're yours. I'm only wielding them.
They are your swords.
Cersei, your guidance.
I haven't
means-
much more time. I do have more matters, but in order for me to spread my angelic influence over this dark and dreary land, the undead need to be purged, and this god, this false god, needs to be slain.
Anything.
We shall speak later.
It's until we meet again, I guess.
Until we meet again.
Thank you.
Nope.
All right.
Here they
Alright.
come.
We're back. So, Hope right from this semi-conscious state of just like unconscious. How would you even describe it? This like.
Dave, just turn your camera on.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's just switching channels turns the camera off.
Gotcha. Cool. Excuse me. So, Loreno rises up from the ground, from this insane dream, this trip, if you would, this dream induced from this cauldron.
Little magic mushroom ride.
Mm.
I just kind of come to, and Kasha, you're there, and Hope has been, for lack of a better word, an edgelord, and you see the biggest grin on his face, and he comes up to you and he's like, "We don't need to give him my blood. We can do this on our own. We got this."
What has transpired between you and the chieftain?
We've... A blessing.
You've received a blessing from a frog?
In a way, yeah.
Did you communicate with their god?
Dave, feel free to have me do whatever.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna say yeah.
You have received a blessing from their god, or you have struck a pact with the witch doctor?
I met with... I'm not sure who. There was someone speaking. Giving blessings of our strength and of our power. And we're able to do this. We're able to save those that are being offered.
Lord Arnog is a Udon for geek symbolo. Bida Octo Barstay Outwith.
The torches blow out,
Doesn't sound.
and the water begins to rumble. And you look out into the distance, and you see nothing. The rest of the bullywugs around you, they rush their kids into their children into different huts and deeper into the woods. The bullywug witch doctor rises and shakes and points out, and all of the bullywugs in unison rise their daggers and their spears towards the water.
Oh shit.
You can see zombies must have followed the scent of your travel through the Husk Valley woods, walking through the murky water, up the shores, and you can see on the other side in flowing clothing, a devilish, undead creature, chuckling and laughing in a two-tone voice, one of a deep, deep and masculine, and the other chittering and feminine. Need everybody to roll some initiative.
Oh my god.
Feeling I know this lady.
Oof.
Well, we need a devil's blood. Hey.
Hold on 1 second. While I pull up this next encounter. All right.
Bruh.
Keep you at 7.
What is this?
Nick, if you just press initiative, you'll get your initiative bonus as well.
Okay.
Palmer.
All right.
These zombies
At the
really
top,
crushing
Moreno.
my high right now. 7.
Yorig.
4.
4. Kashta.
N.
Oh my Lanta. Zula.
16.
Ooh. Oren.
I have an 18.
An 18. I once took an arrow to the knee. All right, Bliss.
19.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
I didn't
boy.
want to go first.
And let's auto roll some initiative. All right. Hold on, un momento. Well,
Fire spawn.
actually, you know what? Let's do a little something different. No more bullywug fighting. Let's find something else scary.
What is our DM gonna do? I'm so scared.
That's not it. Huh. Maybe this? Tell me what you guys think is better. There we go.
Oh,
It's
for
been
the
a little
music?
different. There we go. A little different now.
Ooh, the action. Nice.
There we go. There we go. At the top of the order is going to be Bliss, as you see these sopping wet zombies walk out of the thick pond water towards the altar.
Yes. Before they get a gaze the land, I'm going to be moving up behind a torch, hiding, pulling out my short bow, and actually going for one of the furthest ones right here, towards the bottom left.
Bottom left. So right here?
That one right there.
All right, cool. Roll.
All right, so Mike, were you
That is
were you saying you were bonus action hiding?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Whoop whoop. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to hit the damage part.
Oh, okay, I was like, sheesh.
Just hit. Just click
Yeah,
on
just
short
click
bow.
on the. If you click the short bow, it.
I am clicking
no, no,
short bow.
No.
In the chat.
In the chat.
Gotcha, boys. There we go.
You quickly reach up over into your quiver. You pull an arrow. You knock the arrow, and you release. And this swift arrow careens across the pond and embeds itself in the chest. Another one of those muscular zombie-like creatures with the lashing tongue embeds itself. Continues. Go ahead. Next up, is that your turn? Mike, your turn. Mike.
I think he said yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can just barely hear him. All right. All right. At this time, both of those creatures, those creatures are going to the larger, more muscular ones. They are going to. They are going to leap 1, leaps clear over to Jorig. The other one jumps clean over to this bullywug. It's going to make the attack on Jorig. It's going to slash with its claw. And that is going to do +4 to hit. Oh, it's a miss. As it slashes at Jorig, Jorig is able to duck quickly with his small form. The other one's going to hit attack the bullywug. It's going to roll 20. It's going to deal 2d4. And deals 9 damage to the bullywug. Damage. Bullywug's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. And it's going to fail. This bullywug stands, freezes, drops its spear, and is completely immobile as its chest is quivering, unable to take a full breath, unable to move. Next up in the initiative order is going to be Oren.
So Oren sees them, moving out of the woods, grasps his talisman, and says, "Be with me, O Lord, for you are the shield that guards the world. I shall demonstrate my loyalty to you, O Lord." And I take out my axe, and I walk over to this nearest guy near Jorig, and I grip his shoulder, and I just, try to embed it right in his skull. So
You swing with your woodcutter's axe. You come down as hard as you can. Roll your attack roll. Is a miss. Just the axe just slides, just slicing off a thin layer of flesh off its arm as it hangs down, dealing basically no damage.
shit.
Next up is going to be.
Vampire spawn. Vampire spawn.
Vampire spawn. Vampire spawn is going to take the. Where are you, Speed? It is going to. It is going to use the dash action to sprint across to the bullywugs. And does this thing get a bonus action? It does not. Okay, next up in the order is going to be Zula.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk right over here, and I want to make sure that I'm near. Perfect. Poor bullywugs are gonna get a part of it too, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is Thunder Wave, and with Thunder Wave, everyone in a 15 cube radius from where I'm standing, so the vampire spawn, the vampire, and the 3 bullywugs have to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Okay, so, and what's your saving throw?
13.
Okay, 13. I'm going to roll the bullywugs first. Both bullywugs fail. Okay. And then the vampire spawn is, and what saving throw is it?
13.
What kind of saving throw is it?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
All right, good. Okay, good. And this is for the vampire. It's a 14, and this is for the ghoul, which is a 7.
Okay.
So it takes half. So the bullywugs take how much? Roll your damage.
2d8.
For 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
7.
And then that was for the bullywugs, right?
How many bullywugs are over there? How many? 3. Okay, cool. Yep.
Okay.
One of the bullywugs. Well, 2 of the bullywugs, they hold their hands to their ears, or the little membranes where you think their ears would be, and they're cowering under the force of this 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 large crash of thunderous energy. The other bullywug, on the other hand, its eardrums rupture, and blood starts to run down its head, and it falls dead on the ground.
Alright. And then how about for the zombie?
So the zombie takes 7 damage, and the the vampire passed, right? So it takes
Yes.
half.
Yes. On a success, yep. That's
So
half.
that's B4.
So she's not
4
pushed.
damage.
Everyone else is pushed 10 feet.
Everybody's pushed out of the way. Is that your turn?
And then as a bonus, I am just gonna walk 25 feet back here.
You already used you use a little bit of your motion, and as a bonus action, you can't move with a bonus action,
Okay. Well,
but you can do something like shillelagh, or you can do something like that.
oh, I can shillelagh, but that would be another attack, wouldn't it? Or I could do
Nope,
the
it's just you just enchant. You're basically enchanting the your staff. You can ready your staff.
Oh, okay. So yes, I will take my bonus action to shillelagh my staff, my good staff.
Next up is gonna be Kashta. Kashta.
Kasha.
Sorry. What is this creature right here?
That is like that the same thing that you guys like that had its head exploded with the icicle.
Oh, the OP zombie. And then this is the vampire.
Yep.
Okay, I would like to mind sliver the vampire. Is within range. There's that. You drive a disorienting spite of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
So it needs to make a saving throw.
Needs to make a saving throw. My spell save is 13. Dang.
16.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much that.
Okay. So these bullywugs over here are going to jump and surround this zombie here.
There you go.
This bullywug's going to go here, and this one's going to go here. 3 bullywugs are going to attack together. They're going to use the same roll.
I'd like to imagine that they were like running on top of each other.
Oh yeah. All three of them hit. All 3 of them hit. 17 points of damage as they all impale this one zombie.
Damn.
You can see the zombie just barely just standing up, just completely skewered, standing there. 17 points of damage, but it's still gnashing and clawing around. The next bullywug is going to attack the ghoul. It is going to roll 7, which is a miss, and the last one's going to be the vampire, which is a 21. That's definitely a hit. And it is going to roll. It's going to deal 7 points. Wow.
Nice.
These bullywugs coming in clutch today.
Yeah, right?
Man.
Bullywug party, anybody?
All bullywugs, yep. Alright, next characters will be bullywugs. Alright, bullywugs, their turns are over. Next up is going to be Loreno.
Alright, yeah, taking out Last Word and Echo with a new found confidence with them. So just seeing from the zombies, everybody walking in this is like pretty unhindered, right? As I see like them moving around.
Unhindered? What do you, in terms of?
In like movement, like I just wanted to make sure like it wasn't like deep water.
No, this is like knee deep.
Okay.
Like where you guys are at, you guys are like knee deep.
All right. Loreno is going to run up to this big boy ghoul over here. And as I do, I'm pointing out to him, not casting Hexblade's Curse, but rather casting Hex on him. So that'll be an extra D6. I'll put it in the chat. I think that does it. The ability will just be strength checks. And then I'm going to. So that's my bonus action. I'm gonna hit him with last words.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so
See what you can
that's
do.
going to be this. Oh, okay. So that's a 20.
It's a hit.
So that's 10 and an extra D6 from Hex.
All right.
So yeah, and just like thematically saying like Hex, just the shadows begin to curl around him, and I just come in and just like lunge, do that Spartan lunge strike where I'm just like.
You come up with a swift slash across the face, and as it turns back around, you can see its lower jaw is just hanging, barely hanging on by tendons, and falls down to it splashes into the water, and this thick lashing tongue is just like dangling through this hole, this gaping hole in its throat. Is that your turn?
Gnarly. Yes, that would be everything I can do.
Yorick.
So I'm sifting through my pockets, and I take out a water clock, and I'm going to hurl it at this zombie right over here. That
Cool.
water clock is going to be my chaos bolt. Why is that spirit level I cast? That didn't work like I wanted it to. Yo, Nick, why is it not doing the spell attack for me?
I'm not. So did that happen when you clicked on the name or the little like chat bubble?
The name of it.
Maybe try it. I don't think it'd be the eye.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Every time you've casted Chaos Bolt, it's come up like that though.
Yeah. Yep. Just
All right,
just
let me make an
add.
attack roll.
Just because I think
Just
the whatchamacallit.
All right. That's 26. Does 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
I think the equation for Chaos Bolt is just too complicated.
Oh shit! So the 2d8s mean, since they're both the same, this can travel to another zombie. So this, all right. So this initial zombie takes 15 points damage, and it's going to be psychic damage.
Psychic damage on the zombie.
Psychic damage, and the water clock does so well that its energy just transfers over to this zombie right in front of me, and I'll make an attack roll for that, which is
Dude, if this sleeps again.
20.
Hold on. Hold on. I had to refresh the thing. So what was the damage for the first roll?
15 psychic damage.
All right.
I've been waiting for that this entire
Dude,
time.
that's so sick.
That's awesome.
So now the zombie in front of me, or sorry, the ghoul in front of me, does a 20 hit.
20 definitely hits.
Dude, if this sleeps again, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Dude, if it does,
Oh man.
so 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage to the ghoul. Right. Cool.
Go water clock.
Dude, you guys are tearing it up.
What is a water
This
clock for the viewers?
So a water clock was the first mechanical clock ever made in history, and it was just kept time by pretty much like you think of magic, like dropping waters through droplets.
Didn't know that.
Okay.
Sand timer. Water.
Yeah, it's like a sand time.
worked.
Awesome. Dude, that's
That's
so
awesome.
this ticking mechanism just erupts with this chilling psychic energy, and completely begins to rattle the brains of these creatures, what's left of their brains, and you can see this fluid start to flow from their ears. Next up in the, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Who was the first guy you hit?
This guy right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was a ranged spell attack, so I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
hit that in front of me.
Cool. Who's next, Newer?
Looks like the Bullywug Croaker.
Bullywug Croaker.
Okay, hold on
And
one
then
second.
zombie A to E.
And all the zombies.
All the zombies.
The zombies.
Give me 2 seconds. I want to do something. Hey, Ash, you want to do that now?
I thought I can't do that until my turn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Just
Yes.
hold on 1 second.
Yeah, okay. You're getting
Give me
prepared.
2 seconds so I can.
Perfect.
Hold on 1 second. I'll do this as fast as I can.
At first, when you were describing this scene, Dave, I thought it was this whatever. What was the deity's name here again? Hemeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, you described it as big, like, chonky steps. I was like, no way.
no, I wouldn't do that to you guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see. Edit. I just want to make
Kasha,
sure.
what were you thinking talking to Hope now?
I have no idea what's happening. I'm just shook. Definitely gonna try to pry you for more information on what you're talking about, because you're just like, yeah, don't worry, bro. It's all taken care of, and I'm like,
Nothing.
is it though?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
I didn't mean to.
good.
I mean, we could duke it out in RP,
Yeah,
but
later.
that's not what I was like. I was trying to convey that, like, we have, as in, I've got a plan now. Like, we've got
Gotcha.
a plan.
Well, I just want to be privy to our.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we are. I think we're good. Ashley, check your journal and see if it's in there.
Okay. Yeah, you keep on going. Yep, it is.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So next up, did I exit out of the initiative counter? Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it was
Alright.
Bullywogs and then.
Let's Bullywog and zombie A to Z. Or, sorry, A to E.
Okay, the Bullywug Croaker. Okay, cool. It is. Okay, so this witch doctor is gonna set down its cauldron, and it's gonna sit, and it's gonna close its eyes, and it's gonna wave its hands over these bubbling fumes, and it's gonna begin to sing this frog-like bellowing song, and I need. It's going to actually move here, and it is going to target all the zombies here. It's going to force them to make a wisdom saving throw. Zombies.
Curious what Jorg thinks of all this.
Fail. Pass. Fail.
Of another witch doctor not doing anything.
Pass. Exactly. Yep. It's going to be shouting and screaming this like frog-like sound. All right, they are going to have to take 2d6, or I'm sorry, 2d8 psychic damage. And then one of them was the pass, which is the third one. There. Okay, so 3 points of damage amongst the zombies. 3 damage. 3 damage. 3 damage. And the ghoul. Oh no, the other one was half damage, so that was heal, and then the ghoul was 3. 3. Okay. All the zombies, their heads are continually rattling. with this psychic energy, and more blood and mucus and rotting ichor just starts flowing down out of their ears. The big ripped guy just can't take it any longer, and his head just cracks open. As what's left is this rotting brain just slides between his forehead down between his legs, and it's dead from this this croaking like song. And that is that creature's turn. Next up in the combat order is...
Yorick totally thinks his psychic clock did that damage.
Like delayed.
all of the zombies. So they are going to move forward here. Seizing the opportunity around Loreno. These ones are going to walk towards the Witch Doctor. This guy's here. They're going to get an opportunity attack from all three bullywugs. As he mindlessly walks. Alright, all of them are hit. So that is 3d4 plus 9. 15 points of damage as the last zombie. Oh my god. Zombie's taking forever to kill him. As they all embed their spears in the zombie's back as it's shambling towards the Witch Doctor. The zombies are going to all make their attacks on the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor is... Those are 2 hits. Wow, 9 points. He got out lucky on that. 9 points of damage as the zombies are just clawing their way at this Witch Doctor, this elderly Witch Doctor, as you're seeing his skin just like rip open, and he's trying to dunk himself under the water to escape the grasp of the zombies. Loreno is going to get attacked by 2 of the zombies.
Let's go. Holy, okay, maybe not that hard. Yeah, both
Alright,
hit.
so 2 and a nat 20, so that's
Dang, boy.
That's going to be 3d6.
Oh, I
3d6.
might be down. Yeah,
16
I'm down.
points of damage. As Loreno just like he can't withstand these just the bludgeoning strikes from these palms and fists and claws. Loreno falls onto his back, and he's just barely floating in knee-deep water. All right. Next up in the initiative order is going to be back at the top. It's going to be Bliss.
Dang. I'm seeing hope just drop, and I only know how to help in the best way I possibly can is I'm going to move back, wait for it, behind the cauldron that was originally used by the Witch Doctor. These guys will never see it coming. And I still have my short bow, and it's just perching on top of the cauldron as like a holder, and I'm going to use it to aim out for the big dude that's in front of Hope.
Okay, cool. All right, so go ahead and make your attack roll. And that is a hit.
There we go.
So does that still get the sneak attack?
No.
No? It still works for ranged attacks though, right?
Yeah, but he's unconscious.
Yeah, I think when you were describing that when you were hiding, it was just a little vague.
Gotcha. Alright, it's 8 damage.
8 damage. Again, you knock an arrow, you release, and with swift precision, it just embeds itself in the throat of the ghoul. You can hear an eerie, like, crack as it just completely severs the spinal column. And
there we go. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And drops this giant zombie who
That was
splashes in the water.
That would have been 2 death saving throws.
Loreno begins to roll over from the splash. His face, his nostrils, and half of his mouth are just above the water. Alright. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Next up is Oren. Somebody steal your sweet roll.
Oh my god.
Go.
No, but somebody is gonna get my axe again. So seeing all of this, and basically seeing the guy that I was trying to hack, his brain just like slide out. I'm just like, well, with some efficient people here, I have questions. So I'm gonna go over this zombie attacking the frog doctor, and I'm going to hit him with my hand axe once again.
Go ahead.
Please, give me one good one. Oh.
Hate to see it.
Hey, big guy. Next time, pretend they are trees.
What's your attack bonus? Is the AC of the zombie is only 8? You have a plus 5 or no?
Should be on your sheet.
Yep. Sorry.
Let me look.
Proficiency bonus?
It's a +4.
Oh.
No,
It
he
is
just missed it.
It's a just miss. As you swipe across, just gently cutting the zombie's flesh, it turns back towards you. Is that your turn?
Oh, man. It happens. Happens all the
it
time,
happens.
folks. In D&D,
Next
all
up
the
is
time.
going to be the. All right. Okay, the next is going to be this creature that is going to sprint past the bullywug towards Zula. It's going to take an opportunity attack from the bullywug. 10, which is a miss, and it is going to it's going to make an attack roll with its claws against Zula. It's going to be a +4. 14. What's your AC?
I think that just hits. Let me double check. I want to say it's 13 or 14. Yeah, my armor class is 13, so it hits.
Okay, in lieu of doing damage, it's going to make a grapple check against you. And okay, so you are currently okay, gotcha. So you are currently grappled, and you can, on your turn, you can try to escape. Okay? As a bonus action, it is going to bite you. And it's going to make a creature. Wait a minute. Do I even need to make an attack roll for that? Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I do. All right, cool. All right, so it is going to hit +6, a 9. Will 9 hit?
No.
Okay. As you see, its large fangs come forwards, and it's trying to sink those fangs into your throat. You're able to push it out of the way, but you're currently still being grappled. Next up in the initiative, what's up?
Oh no, go on.
Next up in the initiative order is going to be Zula.
All right, question. Can I do a bonus action before being ungrappled?
What's your bonus action?
Well, seeing everything that's going on, seeing that that Hope is, in the water, like half his nostrils getting water in it at the moment. I don't want him to end up dying, so I want to send out healing word to him while I'm grappled, and then try to take my action to ungrapple.
Cool.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so while I'm grappled, I want to set the scene here. While I'm grappled, I want to hold on to my moon necklace, give it a kiss, look up to the sky because it's almost dusk at this point, and I want to say, "Look, Hope, this is for you," and I do 1d4 plus 5.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So 1d4
Let's get that 4. Let's get that 4. Let's see it.
5.
Oh.
6 is
6 points of
excellent,
damage.
though. I love it.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
good.
you're up. At least you're up, buddy. And then other question, because this is my first time ever being a druid. Would I be able to do what I originally told you I wanted to do while trying to ungrapple, or no? I have to just take an action to ungrapple. Could I do that while
Make
Okay, I have flare.
as a part of your turn.
Yes.
Try to make the escape, right? You can either roll acrobatics or athletics. If you're successful, then I'll allow the action to go through, as if you're like bursting through. Does that make sense?
Yes. Awesome. Okay.
But you have to pass the check first.
Do this. Hold on.
You got. I think I know what you're going for, and it's gonna be awesome if it works.
Yes, I don't want to wake up the kids. Hold on. Oh, my computer's so slow. You said either acrobatics or athletic?
Whatever you're higher in.
Yes. What did it do? Claire?
The DC for the escape is a 13. You failed the 13. But you're still restrained by the vampire. Sorry. Next up in the initiative order is going to be Kashta.
Okay, I would like to spend one of my mind vapor die, and force the vampire lady, man, to make an, intelligence saving throw. So that's 1d6 plus my spell save, my spell save, so that would be...
Okay. You rolled a 6.
Okay. Well, my spell, it's automatically failed. Okay, so basically, the target creature is unable to differentiate between friend and foe, attacking one at random with their next available action. Yeah, and that would be my turn.
Okay, awesome. Next up is going to be the bullywugs that are all going to leap in defense of the bullywug croaker, and they're all going to attack the single zombie right there. It's actually impressive watching these bullywug warriors just like work together in unison. All right, okay, 2 of them hit. Doing 10 damage. And they are successfully able to stick the zombie down and just push him down into the muck with the spears, killing the one zombie. With his remaining speed, he's going to move forwards. That's going to be their turn. Next up is going to be Loreno, who has just barely gained consciousness.
Oh yeah, I'm getting up. Standing up, at least. I'm gonna try to just give myself a little bit more of a buffer. And cast Armor of Agathis on myself. So that's gonna just take in some water from my water skin again and just letting it just drip out almost and just coalesce kind of around me. Frost kind of just sticks to my skin. And then, so that's an action. Bonus action, I can't attack because I didn't attack with a short sword that round. I'm going to
Tick tock, tick tock.
I'm going to Hexblade's Curse. Yeah, let's Hexblade's Curse the vampire.
Oh my god, you guys are just like slamming this thing.
I was thinking about doing one of the zombies so I could get health, but I think Hope would identify her as a threat and not metagame like that. So, yeah. So underneath my breath, I mutter, what was it? my the right that I invoke with Xerxes, and then that ends my turn. I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. Next up in the order is going to be Yorig.
So I'm gonna move right up here next to the flame, seeing what happened to Hope. With one hand, producing flame against this zombie here. Where did this go? There we go. Man. Does an 11 hit?
It does.
two fire damage.
Two.
Believe it or not, that is just enough to drop it.
Nice.
Mwah.
Yes.
And with my other hand, I pull out an assortment of mechanical gears that I'm just gonna throw against Loreno's backside since I'm not facing him, and that's going to give. That is going to give the sanctuary effect.
Oh, one of my all-time favorite spells. Nice. That is
You got
sick.
a whole bunch of like mechanical gears, and now they're just wheeling.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your backside of your cloak.
Cool.
I love it. That is
That's
cool,
awesome.
man. Oh, cool. All
I'm
right.
so glad you
Your
took
turn?
that spell. Oh my god, that just made my night.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. The Croaker's up. Croaker is going to do the same thing before. He is going to his throat is going to distend, and it's going to let out this deep bellowing croak. And the two zombies next are going to make wisdom saving throws. Pass, fail. It's going to take 2d8. One takes 2 damage, which is actually enough to kill it. And then the other one takes 1 damage, and it is hanging on by a thread. Okay, that's that turn. Next up in the initiative order are going to be the zombies. All right, so there's one is going to continue to attack Loreno.
Bring it.
It's got to make a wisdom.
Oh
save.
yeah, it has to make a wisdom save.
What does? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
from
true.
Sanctuary.
All right, cool. Let's do the wisdom save first. 6.
Does not pass.
So that means it can't
So on a
attack
failed
you,
save, the
right?
creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker spell.
Sorry,
Gonna choose the
Bullywug.
Roll a 7, which is going to be a miss. And then the other one's going to attack the Croaker.
Amazing.
Occurs an 8, which is a miss. Okay, so the zombies miss. Back up to the top of the order. That's going to be Bliss again.
Sweet.
Actually, I think I missed my ghouls. Oh, the ghouls
Yeah,
are
I
dead.
think you
That's
got one more.
Yeah.
Oh, all of them are
right. Oh,
gone?
the ghouls are dead.
Yeah,
Yep.
all the ghouls are dead.
All right.
Yeah. Bliss is going to move up, also through some murky water, just to get around to that guy up there. Swim in underneath as much as possible, and then, piercing the head above the water. And as his head perches up, just comes across with the rapier across that guy's back or chest.
Awesome. Let me see
That's
it.
pretty cool.
And I am now up and within 5 feet of him.
Sure. And that is a hit.
Sweet.
There is not much of the zombie left. So.
Nice. That's 11 piercing damage.
And
Nice.
you get, I think.
And
And
that zombie has been successfully pierced as it
I'm gonna
drops
roll
down
anyway.
and floats down and splashes and floats into the water at your feet. Is that your turn?
that's my turn.
All right, next up is going to be the ghouls, which are dead, and then Oren. Third time's a charm.
10 into tree.
Nice, dude. That's what
Hit the
happens when you
cherry
use the
down.
sheet. Hell yeah.
Fucking get some.
First time you use the sheet.
So
Now just click. Now in chat, just click on the hand axe damage. Dude,
6 slashing. You come down with all of
Well,
your
it's actually is it 1d6 plus 2 slashing?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it
it
rolls
has it
it
in it.
if
Already
you.
calculated it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already calculated.
If you scroll over the number, it'll show you the calculation.
You come down with all of your might with this with this hand axe, closing your eyes, and with the heaviest swing that you come down with, something that you would use to fell an enormous tree, and you just feel the axe swing through the air and then splash into the water. When you open your eyes, the zombie's just is just swaying back and forth before it stops and it splits in two halves, falls in the water. And
Wow.
is that your turn?
Is there anything else I can do? I don't have another. I don't have another turn,
You have
do
a
I?
bonus action. I'm not sure what you have prepared for a bonus action.
The only bonus action is I would leap up to this small precipice.
Oh.
And that's it.
All right. Next up is going to be the vampire, which is going to make a random attack. So I would say between the Bullywug and Zula. Zula, odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay. The vampire is going to release its grasp, and it's going to attempt to grab onto the Bullywug,
Nice.
which is going to be a miss. It's going to make its multi-attack. Try to do it again, which is a miss. It's just too confused. It's unable to really get its bearings. It's just sitting there slashing around. All right, next up in the initiative order is going to be Zula.
Okay. So, just watching everything that's going on around me. Again, I hold on to like my moon-shaped necklace. I look up to the sky, and oh, it won't. Oh shoot. Okay. I wild shape into a black bear.
Nice.
Guy out of here. I'm going to run to the ghoul or zombie, vampire, whatever it is, and I'm going to multi-attack with a bite and with my claws.
Okay.
Alright.
Ash, if you click on, go in your journal,
Yes.
you click on Black Bear, right? And you click on character sheet, right? You can click on this bite and claws and it'll roll for you.
In the
They added the
like
stats.
the summons wild shape right here.
No. No, go in
Character
your
sheet?
journal. Go in your journal. See Black Bear there?
Yes. Oh,
Black
you
bear.
put it in. Oh, perfect.
Click that, and then
Yes.
just go to character sheet,
Yes.
and then just click on whichever attack you want, and it'll roll it.
Well, it's a multi-attack, so it just
And just
click on.
roll which of the multi attacks you want. Click on bite or claws. And then when
Well,
it pops
it's-
up in the thing,
It's bite and claw. That's
Then
what
you
the
do both.
description said.
yeah, just
I'm sorry,
roll
choose both.
whichever
Okay.
one you
Sorry.
want.
Sorry.
Bite, attack. Okay, so now 12 is a. What was a miss?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Roll-
those are D20s.
Both. 9 equals 9 plus 3. So.
It's
Yeah,
trying.
they're
It's
both-
trying. Yeah, it's trying to add proficiency, but there is no proficiency on a brown bear or a black bear.
Okay, gotcha. So you're gonna add your proficiency bonus, which is what, 2?
Yes.
Okay, so one of them hits. Your
So
bite.
one of them hits.
your-
Perfect.
So now just click where it says attack inside the chat box
Okay.
for piercing damage. Awesome. As this out of nowhere, this meek and humble Sloss figure just erupts into this powerful bear form and just plunges its claws and its teeth into this vampire. All right, and its next turn is yeah. So its next turn. Okay, next is Kashta. You're up.
I think you might be muted.
Good call. Good call. I would cast my Mind Sliver on the the vampire.
Cool. 12 is a miss.
Well, that's that. I would
Your turn.
walk over to the cauldron and see if there's anything of value inside.
Okay. It's just just this bubbling, nothing that you can really discern immediately, but it's like a bubbling fluid in there, swirling fluid. Next up is going to be the bullywugs. The bullywugs are, let me see, they are actually, so they have these three are going to dash, surround this. This one is going to leap on the other side. So 2 of the bullywugs are going to make attacks.
Nice.
At advantage.
Dang, son.
So 13, and no, dude, all of them miss. Okay. The bullywugs, just in their haste, they're unable to draw a bead on this vampire.
They wasted all their good rolls before.
They wasted it all on the stupid
the
zombies.
stupid zombies.
All right. Next up is going to be Loreno.
Oh hell yeah, bro! I'm back up. Zula healed me. I'm ripping, roaring, and fighting. I see the boys at my back. I'm running up there. Last words. What? Oh, I thought there was something there. Last words. Echo. She's got Hexblade's curse on, and we're gonna go 2-weapon fighting.
All right, let's do it.
14 to hit.
14 to hit is a hit, just barely hits.
Ooh. So I'll roll that damage. That's 10.
All right, cool.
And then that's a crit on the offhand.
Awesome.
Boy.
With that's 12. So
Double.
24 in total, 22 in total. I think that's calculated right. Let me just double check. Yes.
Awesome. You just are hacking away at this confused vampire as it's completely surrounded by these bullywug warriors that are thrusting their spears, this enormous black bear that's looming over it, and you're just slashing away. Next up in the initiative order is going to be Org.
Am I able to hit this this ghoul with or these bullywugs in the way?
It depends on what kind of spell it is.
Producing
Is it an
flame.
area? If it's an area and effect spell,
Oh, okay.
then you're gonna
That's
fry
why I want to know
everything.
if they
You're gonna
were.
hit everyone.
No, it's a single attack. I just want to make sure like I would be
you're
able to
good.
navigate through them. Cool. So pulling my hand out of the coat, throwing my producing flame straight towards the ghoul. Let me put this on a spell. Here we go.
Ooh.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
There we go.
Roll again because it's at advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that when I rolled, but I'll take it.
So 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage.
Beautiful. This thing is not happy right now as it's cooking in between all of these. Basically, these bullywugs are just stoking the fire. Next up
I'm
is
just finishing up my turn by
Okay, go ahead.
going over to Hope, making sure he's all good. Looking all right.
As I'm not responding to anything. I'm just hacking.
Okay. The croaker is going to respond here. It's going to force the vampire to make a wisdom saving throw, which I think it's proficient in. Let's see. Wisdom, I think it's a +3 on the save. it definitely passes. It's going to take half damage. Still 7 damage of psychic damage as this bellowing, croaking song just radiates in its head. And it's screaming out in pain. Next up is going to be the zombies, which are all dead. Back up at the top, Bliss.
This is Bliss's moment to take all of the thunder, all of the reward. And all it takes is just one more arrow straight through the head of this last remaining vampire with the short bow. We will see.
Hey.
Ooh.
Alright, here comes the damage, Dave. Let me know how I do.
Wait, roll again. You have advantage, man.
I got advantage.
And I was gonna say, don't you have, as a rogue, I think you have 2 sneak attack dice.
At level 2?
Oh, no, you have 1. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's just 1. So it's the.
So, alright, so that definitely hits. So 6 piercing, so add your sneak attack damage.
Sheesh.
6, so 12 damage. Man, you guys are just...
Damn.
This thing, dude, this thing started with
got
82 hit
Vampire.
points. You guys are just, like, shredding this. Alright, if that's your turn, is that your turn?
That is, I'm going to, hide over yonder, out of the water.
Alright, next
Are you
up is going to
thematically
be
hiding
Oren.
or bonus action hiding?
Bonus action hiding.
Cool. Oren.
Yeah, give me a minute. Don't want to
Need
kill.
something?
Don't. I don't want to kill the party again. That's what I mean.
You won't do it.
Whatever. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh my goodness. Not the Jedi way.
I'm gonna. So Oren steps down, realizing what he must do. With no ranged weapons that he has on him that would be of any real significance, he starts to feel his hand go cold. But this time, it's something that he's channeling, not fully in control of, but channeling. And he's going to cast Ray of Frost at our vampire lady.
Yes.
I'm
Is
getting
that
the
an attack
nod.
roll or is that a
from
saving
Nick.
throw?
I believe it's an attack roll.
Oh, so he gets advantage on it. Roll
Okay.
twice.
So now I just have to go to it.
Yeah, in your sheet.
Yep.
A crit.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, there's no point in rolling the
Wow.
advantage because you got the crit. But yeah, dude. So you're gonna roll. Damn, awesome. You're
I
gonna
think that is
roll.
at
What is rate?
advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That is an advantage. All right. Awesome. So what is that? 1d10? Is it?
If he clicks on, Ray of Frost right there, it should come out. I think it is 1d8.
3 plus 3. Yep. And then he gets this. Okay. So that's the crit. 3 plus
Yeah.
3. Okay. Cool. So 6 damage as. Oh my god, dude. Vampire looks as this arcing bolt of frost is flying over, just raining down snowflakes in a neat line leading up to the vampire, and the whole side of its face becomes frozen, and its head becomes heavy from the ice, and it whips down, and it tries to lift it back up. Just the weight of the ice causes its neck to snap, and it falls down dead.
Nice. Let's go.
There we go. Redemption.
And we are going to end combat before we can do anything else We're gonna end combat, and we're gonna end the session right here.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Lots to
Too much.
digest, dude.
It's too much.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Enough to make you old, you know?
You guys, level 2 was a big jump for you guys.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Some a bigger jump than others. There is definitely some of y'all got jumped back by some ice rays up in here.
so
Apologies again.
now that we took a breath, I'm going to jump over to my little Discord thing. I'm going to look at the... How did we do it last time? We rolled die last time. That's not fun. Let's do it with... everybody roll initiative.
I was gonna say we could go in order through the stream, how it looks on the stream.
Screw that. No,
Okay.
that's too orderly. I'm all about chaos. Roll initiative.
Oh no, a natural one. That's what I was worried about, Dave.
Roll initiative.
It's a D20 for initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
It's on your
psych,
character
I've
sheet."
got another combat for you guys. As Hemeth
All right.
comes out of the water.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
God.
Okay, cool. So the highest... Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need... Yorick needs to roll his initiative.
Sorry, I did it on D&D Beyond. I got 14.
Damn player. Damn player. Waiting.
Re-roll it, Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Initiative.
I logged out of Roll20 already by accident, so I did it on D20.
All right,
got
you
it,
go
Jason.
last then. Because you're a quitter. You go last. All right, so now...
Damn.
All right, first up is going to be Oren. Oren, what did you think? Nick, what did you think of this episode? What did you think?
You know how
Just
I
what are your
think
thoughts?
about it.
There's no...
I mean,
What are your
listen.
thoughts?
Let me. So, again, this guy. He has this entity in him that he is yet to reckon with and understand because he's a very pious and simple man, and today was a showcase of both the best and the worst that this power can offer, and how, you know, it's not just something that can defeat enemies; it can defeat friends around me too, which really kind of a major letdown bummer, dude. So, but I think that I was gonna say that he didn't get his chance to apologize or redeem himself, but I like to think that we can at least go forward from here, knowing that he can control his power. Because again, shit went wildly unplanned tonight. I was 1 minute trying to just knife a guy, and the next we were eating berries to live, and I thought I was literally gonna watch you all die slow on live stream, no less.
How
all
God
of my
intended.
reactions are, yeah.
As God intended.
But
All
that,
right.
yeah, that's it.
Mike, what about you?
Cheers.
I think this is my favorite session so far. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, regardless of the cool combat we all saw and got to experience, but within that combat and within the social cues that happened in between and outside the combat, there was a lot that happened that has yet to get digested. So there was a lot of actions taken, like Hope frantically searching for berries, trying to help the party. Me trying to do things as well. Kasha getting carried away from a bullywog. Us awakening from a rest while he's only talking to a bullywog while no one else can understand, and dragging Hope in with that conversation. So there was all these details happening that has yet to fully digest and like actually have the party kind of like talk about what was going on. So what makes this session so special and so engaging for the ones to come in the future, like there's still so much we have to talk about. We all need to talk about why Hope got pulled away and what did he actually like talk to, some god or some entity or whatever. Why was Costa like arguing, not arguing, but like reasoning with the bullywog and what was going on? And I don't know. There's just a lot of unsaid things that we need to have open up to as a party. So there's
you
all
guys
these
need to hash a couple
social
things.
exactly. There's all these social cues that are about to happen that are just on the brink of coming to fruition. And yeah, Zula like turning into a bear, like what? Like where's that
it's
come
great.
from?
Great point. And speaking of Zula, what did you think, Ash?
Yeah, that was a really great session. I thought it really did show us though, like how weak we still kind of are with the first battle and almost all dying. But I'm glad
how strong you guys are now.
Yeah, and I'm glad.
So much stronger.
I'm glad my berries came in clutch for a little bit, and that I was able to like help Hope during battle too, just like to get him on his feet so that like the zombies didn't take an opportunity attack or anything, so we didn't lose a player. So I thought that was really awesome, and yeah, I turned into a motherfucking bear. I mean, I love that. I love that druid aspect. I've always wanted to do that, so I was really excited.
Awesome.
But,
yeah, absolutely. We'll have to make a list, Ash, of all your available
I know.
shapes.
Well, that's why I felt bad, and I felt
no. Just give me, next time, just give me a heads up.
We leveled 2, and I thought I could only wild shape at level 3, and then once I saw it, I was like, I kind of want to do this in battle, and then I felt bad that you were like trying to get it so that everyone could see it, but I kind of made a wall, so I was like, oh no, I'm sorry.
It took 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Ashta.
I think just the running theme of being amateurs is one of my favorite things. Like Yorig's character. Like I love how Dylan decided he wants to roll, negative and positives for like, oh, does it succeed or do I do fire damage, right? Because he wants to show that he's a novice. And I think that Nick did that very well today also. So, like, obviously level 1, like, those are mistakes that you're expected to make in new campaigns. And just, like, how becoming it is of Oren's actual character. And just, like, the fact that happened is awesome. And I think Nick touched on it earlier. Maybe we were on break saying, like, a perfect role-playing game is like, that would be boring. That would be boring if we played the game and everyone, oh, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Like, you got to roll the natural 1 sometimes and run with it. Like, and I think that was a really cool aspect. And then what Mike touched on also, like, there's a lot to unpack here between the party, between what's going to happen with Oren, what was said between Kashta and the witch doctor and the witch doctor and also or whoever and Hope, and then just where do we go from here? Hopefully we find some closure. The dual combat was sick. I did not expect to get into a second bigger combat, and I didn't expect to get absolutely rocked within the first 40 minutes of this campaign. So I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited.
Awesome. Who's next now? I think it was.
If Dylan's
Hope
going
rolled.
last, then it was me.
Yep. You go ahead.
All right. Let me get my critical Charles or Carrie out of the way. I think there were just the action economy in this last combat was just so large. It was really tough as a player to like stay engaged throughout it, like super engaged. I thought it was really cool, the setting. There was just so much like going on. But now positives. Going off of what Tim said, I just want to literally give a round of applause for Nick, Oren tonight. I love how that happened for Oren's character. It makes sense, and it wasn't planned. It was genuine. I think if, like Tim had said, I find that D&D's more fun when things don't work out how you want it to. And Dave's been doing that this entire time. We've went on this trip to find out about owl bears, and now we're in a village of bullywogs? What? Like, things don't go according to plan, and dude, you were the epitome of that tonight, and you handled it beautifully. Not a lot of players can walk out of a game doing that. A lot of people will get frustrated, throw their fist in the air, walk out, and stuff like that, and you calmly just digested it, was like, Dave, can we please take a break? And dude,
I needed
that
one. I
like
really needed one.
that's a dream player thing, and that's all DMs can really ask for. And then similar notes as to everyone else, but I really just wanted to commend that because that was huge.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Dildog. Last but not least.
Yeah. No, the surprise combat, like, right off the rip was pretty awesome, just as we're trying, like, not only as we're trying to, like, help our characters, like, save them, and then we just get thrown into combat right away, so that was kind of cool. What everyone else is saying, like, there's so much still to unpack and talk about, but the biggest thing is, like, we were sent here on an original mission, and we were getting so sidetracked with new mission and new mission and new mission that's like, okay, I'm a new adventurer and I just got knocked down for like the first time. Like, this is new to me, and I don't want to do this. So, like, there's gonna be a point where I'm like, guys, like, we can't keep sidetracking to something new and new and new and new. Like, we already have something. Let's just get out of here. Is the big deal. So it's cool to see where that's gonna go in the next, like, honestly, the few hours of the next session.
We'll see.
Deep down the rabbit hole of sidetrack and mission.
So, that's for me.
Still
This is
didn't
very
find the
enjoyable
sun.
for me.
That wasn't part of the mission.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, Dave did say that we might find him tonight or know about him. We still didn't.
Hey, what
Still
did
don't
we
know
what
that
did we
part.
find out? We found out
We
that
have a lot
No,
of
I
these.
know.
these
I
these
know.
bullywugs, they offer these wandering
Yeah.
adventurers up to their god Hemoth to keep him satisfied and satiated, right? And then he goes, well, these undead have been snatching up all of our fucking bullywugs and all of our
Yeah.
stuff, and it's pissing the god off. You know, something's keeping us here. You know, maybe a little bit more prying, you guys figure things out. But that's where we're gonna end it tonight. That was fun. It was surprising. And we will see you guys, on the September, what was it, we had to push this back. We have some plans coming up. A good friend of ours is getting married this weekend. And Ashley and I will be, next weekend, we will be in Colorado all through the week. I think it was the 21st of
Dylan.
September and the 28th of September.
Sounds good to me.
We'll confirm it later.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out later. Anyways, everybody have a nice night. Be safe. And we will see you next time we play. Everybody goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mike, don't look at your phone. You gotta say goodbye, Mike. Mike, yes, goodbye. Bye, Mike. All right, there we go.